What is up, YouTube? The name's King, and we're here for an unexpected Dokkan Battle Producers letter. Yeah, I was actually gonna make a video today. I've been meaning to make a video, and I've been putting it off just because of work and being tired. But I was gonna sit down literally and record a video when I saw the producers letter pop up. Just by chance, I was on Twitter, and this popped up, and I was like, "What the hell could they be?" I was like, "I'm hoping they're gonna give out some easy A's," because the main topic at hand that I was gonna talk about was this celebration as a whole, and how everyone felt about it. And I was gonna give my thoughts and opinions, and I still am, but I'm not gonna, I guess, harp on it so much. I was gonna pull up all the units that should have easy A'd and everything. But this time I'm gonna focus a little bit more on the producers letter because it just popped up, which has some massive news. Massive news. I'm gonna play it without audio. It has subtitles. I'm not gonna go through all where it. I think you can actually fast forward this, right? Yeah. So this is actually a lot about talking about leading up to the 10th anniversary, which Global will now be sharing with Japan in January, late January. So that's exciting. Obviously, having the two big celebrations back to back on Global has been, it weighs on everybody's wallet and everybody's stones, even if you're free to play, to have these two celebrations back to back in summer. But now we're gonna have that 6 month gap, and that's good because, especially in Global, it feels more dead when you have all the two celebrations right there, and then all of a sudden, the rest of the year there's nothing. I mean, there's other big celebrations, sure. There's still hype and stuff, but it feels slower. It feels not spaced out well. So now we're gonna be obviously unified. Who knows when Roshi and Jiren are going to happen. They're going over here about the celebration. Now, I do want to pause it really quick and give my thoughts on the celebration. The units, all of them, I think are really good. Like, I like all of them for their own different ways. I have a lot of complaints about Tech Broly, just visually. The base LR looks really cool. His intro looks really cool. And the OSTs are really good for that. His transformation is pretty good too, and his active skill crushing Paragus is pretty badass. It's hilarious. I always thought, even though the art is really crisp, the Tech Broly, once he's transformed, he looks very basic to me. He just doesn't look. I don't like the pose. I don't like that he's just kind of. I don't know. I don't like how he looks. Also, the animations. They're very quick. They're very brief, and there's a unit that only has an intro. He doesn't even attack at 12 key and 18 at base. So I'm surprised when I actually started using him, because I don't look at animations when I look at the streams. I try to look at him on the phone because I feel it's better to experience him on the phone for the first time. It's kind of weird, and maybe it's a bad mentality because that means I'll probably never do reactions to animations, because I like to look at them on my phone. But I could do reactions to actually using the units in the game, but I always forget to do that. I get too excited. But the Tech Broly, to me, I feel like the animations are pretty crisp. Like, they look good, but they're too short, and it feels like they're not satisfying enough. Like, especially the 18 key. The windscreen is pretty cool, but I feel like this movie hasn't been touched at all with good animations aside from the 2021 in Broly that just Easy 8. And his are very brief too, because he's a unit that attacks a million times, or he's supposed to. He attacks like 4 times maybe. So he has very brief animations, and when that unit came out, I wasn't particularly impressed by his animations either. Even though they're crisp, like I said, they're good animations. They're just very short. They're not very, like, I don't feel like they're very dynamic. So to me, the Int Broly is definitely better in that regard. Even though his are still, his 12 key is still pretty short, but it felt better. So I'm kind of going on a tangent here, but it makes me think, since the Paragus didn't easy A, and that's a good thing that he'll easy A later, it makes me think, like, are we going to get another Broly sometime soon? Because I don't feel like he got enough fight scenes from this Tech LR Broly didn't include enough fight scenes from Broly. Like, it's crazy. But other than that, the unit's pretty awesome, obviously. Performance wise, a lot of people care more about what they do and how they look like. I care more how they look like. But obviously, performance wise, he looks good. The 5 GGT, Goku, Gohan, Trunks, they're great. Some people have complaints about the active skill and whatever, but the standby, I don't. I think everything looks pretty good, even though some parts are choppy. I think overall, great unit. Gohan, I saw a lot of people glazing up the 12 and 18 key. Again, they look pretty crisp, but I don't think they're anything special. But obviously, the standby is what makes that unit amazing. And then the end Broly, I think, looks awesome almost in all of his animations. Kit wise, some people have complaints with him, but I like him a lot. For his role in the team is really, really important in my opinion. So yeah, the four main units, awesome. Vegeta and Trunks, which I still have not pulled. I'm still pulling for them. There might be a summon video up on that about that. I need to hurry up. Great unit though, but I haven't pulled them, so I don't know. I don't know about them. But character selection wise, that's a badass unit. Good concept. Vidal's the only kind of one that's kind of like okay, whatever. But aside from that, easy A's. We got all the easy A's that we for sure expected. The Brolys were all due for easy A's, right? So all three Brolys that we expected to easy A'd. But we didn't get any other side unit like easy A's at all, which is insane. We got the Tech Bio Broly easy A. We got the Videl easy A, which is okay. But yeah, those units are super old. They were due up for easy A's too. But where's the Trunks, the Strength Trunks with the unit Super Attack Gohan? I made a whole video about that unit along with other predictions before the celebration started. He's nowhere to be seen. He should have been here. He's perfect for the physical LR. I had pointed out a bunch of other the physical, like a bunch of other units too. Like the physical Gohan, the movie hero Gohan. Where is he at? The second coming kids, the free to play kids. We got a new second coming Trunks, Ant Trunks. We didn't get a new second coming Goten, which is weird. Like he's in the standby for Gohan, but that's about it. He should have been the side banner unit instead of Videl. That was really strange. We just got the Trunks. We didn't get easy A's for the physical Goten, Super Saiyan Goten, and the AGL Trunks. Strange. This is a Broly celebration. They should have been up for an easy A. Same thing with I mean the Videl from the same movie got us easy A. It's so weird. I know that's an older unit. No, didn't they all awaken at the same time? So strange. Also, the Krillin, the physical Krillin from the Bio Broly event, is still an SR. That's an SSR in that event. He's not a TUR. He didn't get an awakening. Like, again, just weird. like there was a lot of easy A's that could have happened and should have happened, and they just didn't. So that's my thoughts on the celebration. I think that character-wise, the main summonable unit's really good. Easy A's, they kind of dropped the ball. But then, as far as events, I know Truth was going on this whole rampage, and now he's kind of changing his tune a little bit. He was being kind of vague. He was just talking down to people that were saying that this celebration had less to do than the previous one. And I think technically it had more events. Like somehow this one, technically this year's celebration, worldwide celebration, had more events, but I felt like everything was done so quick. I was just link leveling this whole celebration. I felt like all the content was done really fast, and it's like even if it would have been like really hard content that you couldn't beat, if you can't beat the content, then that's not content. Like in my opinion, because I just stopped playing. Like I'll wait until I pull something, or I'll wait until I have better units or later units come out to beat this content. Because like I don't know, he was saying like the quality of events weren't as good as last year's, and like that can only mean that the events, I do think the events were harder last year, at least the Supreme Magnificent Battle and the Red Zone. But yeah, I remember last year as well that some of those events were so hard, I didn't beat them. I just waited to beat them. So to me, just because events are harder doesn't mean that that's better content. Like it's not. Either you pass it or you don't. There's no really middle ground. So I don't know. I don't know how he calculated everything. Like I'm sure I'm sure on a technicality he's right. But now he's saying I never said this celebration was better than the other one. Like I was just saying that this one had more to do. But I didn't feel that. I felt like I was bored most of the celebration, and that has to do with units too. Because like I said, we only got that one Paragus, free to play Paragus, and then we got the Trunks for part 2, and then we got Bio Broly for part 3, and I guess the Extreme Z area. And I felt like it was all done pretty quick. Having the event that gives you the events that you can grind for EX skill orbs, that's good, and all that, that's good. But I don't think like, can you call that content? I guess. I don't think it takes that long to get all those EX kill orbs and stuff, dude. Like, it's pretty fast, especially with the summon bonuses. But anyways, so I was expecting easy A's for this, and then when they said there's two easy A's coming, I was like, huh, who is it? Trunks and Gohan from Second Coming, the physical Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, I think is his name, or is it Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? I don't remember. But I wasn't even thinking Dokkan Fest LRs. Like I wasn't even thinking Namek and Goku, who are due up for an easy as well. They're from 3 years ago, right? The worldwide campaign, the Namek units. I wasn't thinking of that at all, and then I just saw these guys pop up, and it's like, okay, we're keeping the movie theme going, and this makes sense though. Now that I if you see the video, which I have, we're kind of going back through the anniversary. So first anniversary was Gogeta and Janemba. So we're getting these guys easy aim in celebration of year one, and also I think they said October is also year two, which is interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong. That Gogeta pose looks familiar, but is it new art? Do they use new art for the memorable battles? Because the Janemba also looks new. So that's interesting, but I think they do use new art for memorable battles sometimes. But yeah, we're getting like a lead up to the 10th anniversary. Every month we're going to have two portions of the month dedicated to the corresponding anniversary. So the first half of October, I guess, we're going to get a memorable battle. Celebrating Gogeta and Janemba, and we're getting those crazy easy A's. So that's crazy. I don't out of nowhere, but actually really cool. Like a little idea that they're doing here for leading up to the 10th anniversary. Also, really quick here, maybe I can pause it when there's no subtitles. I don't want to turn off the subtitles. Well, it doesn't matter. I don't have to pause it. You don't have to read what's on there. Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover campaign. So, I think we're getting the final Super Dragon Ball Heroes crossover. That's kind of crazy. I actually didn't think we'd get one, because Heroes is being changed into another game, Super Dragon Ball Divers. I don't know what the hell it's called. But, yeah. So we're getting that for sure, so that's cool. Changes. Okay, the biggest news here. Okay, these guys are gonna awaken. They're exclusive to Dokkan Battle, so they have new animations that are not from the anime. Which was to be expected because they're quest units. They're from the Trunks storyline from the quest, so kind of like the Trunks and the Broly. We're already gearing up for the 10th anniversary. There's gonna be. Here's what I was talking about. We're gonna be collecting apparently some coins that we'll be able to exchange in the 10th anniversary. So there's gonna be missions for that all these months leading up to January. So keep your eyes peeled for that. They didn't really go into specifics here, just that there's going to be missions. You can get 10th anniversary coins. So, alright. First big update. We're finally getting some UI fixes. We've gotten some recent ones, I guess, like just added icons. But now they're revamping the icons and they're adding counters. So, it'll tell you how many times you've attacked, how many times you've super attacked, how many times you've guarded, which is huge, and how many times you've, like, negated or shielded or dodged. So that's really cool, because obviously a lot of units nowadays have a lot of conditions that you need to be hit this many amount of times. You have to dodge this many amount of times. For the guard one, it's interesting that it's keeping track of how many times you've guarded, because I don't feel like that's necessary. Is there a unit that says have anything about conditions or about how many times you've guarded? But we needed an icon to tell us when the unit is guarding, because some units have only a high chance to guard or a great chance to guard. So we need to know when a unit is guarding, and if this icon only keeps count of it after you've guarded, that's tragic. Hopefully it counts it as immediately, so you know that you guarded. Like you start off turn 1 and it says 1 because you're guarding on that turn. Hopefully that's how it works. But yeah, huge W's for Dokkan. This is awesome. Yeah, they talk about that. Also, another one that I've been waiting for, because this is super frustrating, especially with super long passives now. You can now tap a button to say read all the full passive, and it'll be a separate window. You don't have to hold it down anymore, which is so frustrating to me. Like sometimes, like within Broly, I'm holding down the passive to read it, and my thumb is blocking the text because you're using it to hold down the passive. Like it's super frustrating. It's super outdated. So I'm glad they finally updated that. I had a feeling they would, but I'm glad it's coming soon, especially for the 10th anniversary. There's a lot of quality of life improvements that they're gonna do, so that's cool. Here's some of the icons that have been revamped. So super attack ceiling looks like this now. I don't think the previous super attack ceiling icon was confusing, but I guess it's too similar to stun. I like how the stun one looks now, though. It looks better now. It looks cool, like the little stars like circling around your head. Immune to stun. Okay, so he just has a dash. Turn delay. Yeah, turn delay never made sense. With the little sweat drops, or I don't know what the fuck that is. The fucking ejaculation. Now it has a rewind clock thing that's to let you know that unit is delayed. Their attack is delayed. So yeah, I don't really like the new super attack ceiling one. I think it's a little. It looks okay, I guess, but I'm saying like it doesn't have to be that specific. We all know what super attack ceiling looks like, but that's fine. Interruption does look better now, because I didn't like how interruption looked like before, simply because it looks like the dodge icon. So I'm glad that got updated too, even though I didn't mind how it looked like. Okay, so they're updating this. This is for new players. If you're not a new player, you don't really have to worry about this too much, but they're aware that new players are overburdened with 10 years of content after beating this initial event that's supposed to teach you about Dokkan. You beat this Super Warrior event, that LR Goku, and then you go into the wilds. There's 10 years of content to catch up, so they're going to try to do something to fix that. And they're giving you a free free-to-play Saiyan Saga Z Warriors team. So that's really cool. This makes me... Some of you guys know I get kind of OCD about how I place my characters. This makes me want to redo the Goku once these units come out, so they can all be together like they're showing here on my box. He'll probably easy A, so I'll do it. So yeah, that's cool. We're getting another Gohan and Piccolo so soon. That's kind of funny. But yeah, Chiatsu actually, something I was going to mention offhand on a video, now I was forgetting to say. Chiatsu deserves a good fucking TUR. He's finally going to get a TUR. That's cool. There's like a Baba Shop Chiatsu that's just an SSR. That's useless, you know. Alright, this video's getting pretty long, so we're going to get to one of the bigger news here. So yeah, they're going to talk about it here, the new summon format. So as soon as they were talking about this, they said it even before they showed it, that they liked the response people had to the legendary summon format, the new pity system for gold coin LRs like Cell Max. So it's basically very easy to get those units because it's only 200 coins, and then you have every 3 summons you get a featured unit in the 10th slot. So they started talking about that. It's like, wait, no way. For regular Dokkan Fest banners, that means whenever Roshi comes out, we should have this, because Roshi's just a regular Dokkan Fest. We'll have pity for him. That means it'll only take 200 coins, unless they bumped up the number, but I don't think they did. 200 coins, which is, what is that? 500 stones? Possibly? Is it that little? I can't do math right now. Yeah, they're applying the exact same format for, like, say if you summon on some Max as a gold coin, alright? If you summon for Cell Max and you got him to pity, it's the same thing here. And that's huge. That's fucking amazing. Dubs for Dokkan. This year, Dokkan has just been stepping up, and they're like, okay, we're going to give the people what they want. So yeah, 7 rounds only. You're guaranteed to recruit a featured on the 3rd multi. And then you can exchange for the new character, 200 coins. I'm assuming they kept that number the same. But either way, it's pity. Even if it's like 300, still awesome. Because I've gotten some fucking shafted on some of these. Like, 7-unit banners are not bad, honestly. They're the best ones to summon on, because you usually get the units pretty quick. Unless you get super horrible luck, but I'm glad. And then they're saying that they're thinking of how to implement a type of pity system for other celebrations. Because Saiyan Day is not going to have this format. So Indie is a bigger celebration, and they stated here, no Tanabata, no dual Dokkan Fest, which is a bummer. Dual Dokkan Fest need help because you have two banners you're summoning on, and sometimes they're 8 or 10 unit banners, like featured. If you've seen my channel for any amount of time, you know I hate dual Dokkan Fests and I hate 10 unit feature banners. I mean, I don't hate dual Dokkan Fest as a concept, but I hate them because they usually have an 8 or 10, which is fucking frustrating. But yeah, huge dubs. They're saying that they're gonna look into how they're gonna give pity for those other ones, those other celebrations. We already know how they're doing it for worldwide, which is probably how it'll be done for anniversary and the 10th anniversary as well. So that will probably remain the same, 500 coins. But yeah, just wanted to go over that. I just want to talk a little bit. Obviously, the first half was about this celebration, which like I said, the units themselves, dubs, even the Paragus, the Kid Trunks, the Bio Broly, all great. Even the EZAs, the Vidal's okay. The EZA for Vidal, the Tech Bio Broly, I haven't used them, but I hear he's decent. The physical Bio Broly, he's great. Like I said, they're doing like 10/10s out of all the units in here. And then Easy Ace is where I think they kind of dropped the ball. Like the Int Broly, he's kind of mid. He's good for long events. He was made for that, but that's it. The Tech Broly, amazing. Easy A Tech Broly. I knew he'd be crazy because the strength Easy A Broly, LR Broly, when he first Easy A'd was insane. And then Super Saiyan 2 Gohan came out and he was just disappointing. But just because that Broly LR was so famous and popular, the Tech Broly LR was also super famous. So I was like, they can't drop the ball on this. And then now you have the super easy for the Strength Broly, which I hear is very good. I haven't had a chance to use them yet, but yeah, I hear he's really good. But we just got two same name characters, Easy A, and then the Tech one, which is really good. And then where are the other summonable unit Easy A's? Like, where are they? So yeah, it's kind of crazy we didn't get the Trunks, we didn't get any of the free-to-play kids Easy A's, or we're missing Easy A's is basically what I'm saying. Especially in the celebration where a lot of the content felt dry. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Producers Letter and the worldwide 2024 celebration as a whole. If you stuck around to watch this for some reason, you're a real one. Let's see what happens next. But let's see how these ETAs for Gogeta and Janemba are. But yeah, exciting time to be a Dokkan player because they're really stepping up. Omatsu said, "All right, enough with the memes. No more. No more. We Saiyans have no limits." Omatsu's like, "I have no limits." All right, thanks for watching, guys.